Hello, this is Erick Widman from Passage Immigration Law. We're doing our weekly live Q&A, and today, which my wife likes, I'm wearing a coat because I met with some clients earlier today. And if you're on the West Coast, it's kind of a special occasion to get dressed up a bit. I'm from California, and people in general don't get as dressed up, of course, as other states, other parts of the US. We have several good questions today, and the first one is, can I file a mandamus lawsuit if I already have another attorney? So the good news is, if you are dealing with a delayed suit and you're a delayed case and you're wanting to file a lawsuit, yes, you can certainly have two attorneys helping you out. And if your case merits, if it's been an unreasonable delay, your case would benefit from a mandamus suit, find a law firm that loves doing these. We like doing these because they're so effective. And I've been involved in a number of these the past couple years, and the impact is so satisfying and helpful because instead of playing defense with USCIS or the State Department, you get to go on offense. It is so satisfying to have, for example, a US attorney give you a call and negotiate, as opposed to calling the USCIS 1-800 number and submitting an e-request. So we work with a number of clients that already have a pending case with another attorney. So love those questions. Softball question, right? Next question is, what is a FOIA request and how will it benefit my case? So general question, but it's a great one. And FOIA stands for Freedom of Information Act request. And I like to explain to clients or potential clients that it's kind of like going to the doctor and getting x-rays. A FOIA is a free form to file. There's no charge for it to ask the government to provide records of your past immigration history, your full A file, your alien file. It also applies to other areas outside of immigration law, but it is a great way to find out exactly what does the government have on my past history. And there's different agencies that you'll want to target depending on what your concerns are and how comprehensive you want to be. So you could do a FOIA, and that of course is short for FOIA. You can do that with CBP, the Customs Border Protection Agency, if you want to find out how many entries does the government think I had into the US? When was I stopped? Was I fingerprinted? So a CBP FOIA is very important, especially for those looking at an I-601 or I-601A waiver. If there's any criminal history at all in your background, you're going to want to not only do FOIAs with the government, USCIS, with the immigration agencies, but with doing an FBI background check, that's crucial too. So you'll submit that in parallel with the FOIA. But CBP, USCIS, there's another agency called OBIM, OBIM. And then there's the State Department that with visa issues, you'll want to get a record of those prior visa applications, find out sometimes what the delay is all about for your case. And you could ask for records and prior decisions. Sometimes the results are incomplete and dissatisfying, and you have to appeal a FOIA occasionally or ask a second time with greater clarity in your request. So it's still worthwhile. We do these for many cases, and we recommend that you do it too when in doubt. And again, there's no filing fee for this, unlike so many other immigration forms. Next question, if my case is delayed, how can I follow up with it with USCIS? Okay, this is a big problem, especially in the last several years, where backlogs increased under the Trump administration and staff were cut with the USCIS and also with Department of State. And then COVID hit and a massive backlog is still in place. So it is a common issue that we have to advocate for our clients all the time. Why is this case delayed? It's outside standard processing time. And what can we do to move it forward? So how do you follow up? What can be done to move the case forward? So first check to see what USCIS says is the standard case processing time at my USCIS. And this has also increased, and it's kind of like moving the goalposts, which is frustrating because they can say your case is in a standard 2-year processing time, which is ridiculous. And that's what many, for example, I-751 removal of condition cases, that's how long that's taking. The standard's 2 years. So that is unfortunate, and it's a reality of the backlog that we're dealing with right now. But you want to see at least what the government says is the delay. And in many of those situations, USCIS has made a way for you to get work authorization in the meantime. If you're applying for an EAD, it's automatically extended, for example, for a chunk of time. And so you get that 1-year extension upon filing these days. The other avenues for following up, though, when your case is delayed, or if you just want to push the envelope, the other avenues are, well, your senator is a possibility, but you want to start first with an e-request, which is the online tool that allows you to follow up with a case. If there's a box where you check, do you believe your case is outside standard processing time? You say yes, and then you provide the details. That actually is reasonably effective. We've found in contrast, though, that the Emma bot that has a lot of promise, a icon, this robot bot on the USCIS site, allows you to communicate and submit requests. We haven't found those to be effective, but hopefully they're going to improve that and make it worthwhile. There's also an ombudsman. We've had mixed results with the ombudsman. They're an independent agency where you can complain and provide details of what the problem is. And overall, that hasn't been as effective for us when we get help from a senator's office or local congressional representative. None of these are a silver bullet. And that's why we've loved to do more mandamus, writ of mandamus lawsuits, like I alluded to earlier. Those get the best results. But you have to show a judge that you've experienced an unreasonable delay. And so there's a bit of a judgment call here, a bit of a gray area. Well, how long is too long? And it feels like an eternity for so many people. I'd say overall, we're seeing that people are waiting too long before they go after the government. And the beauty of doing a mandamus suit is they want to settle it. They want to issue you your green card or your visa and move forward. And I just read that there were 6,000 mandamus suits filed last year alone, which is remarkable. We had a hand in a number of those, didn't do over 1,000, but they've been so effective. No wonder people are filing so many. It's because they work. So thank you for asking these questions. Those were some good ones. We'll end it right here. See you next week. Bye-bye.